Well, Joy Reid has defamed a lot of people during her time at MSNBC. Now she's targeted somebody who's going to fight back. Jack Brewer is a former NFL player and a philanthropist. He's threatening to sue Joy Reid over a tweet she sent about an event featuring the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis. Reid claimed that a picture of young African-American boys at that event was, quote, tantamount to child abuse.
If you didn't know, Jack Brewer is a former NFL player. He didn't have a huge, long career, but he nonetheless played in the NFL. And as a black man standing up for underprivileged kids, you would think that just about anybody would be okay with that. I mean, we're in the midst of, and you can see it behind me, we're in the midst of the NFL draft, where kids and guys who have worked for years since they've been little kids to get to a pinnacle of their sport, to get to the next level. And many, many, many of them are black. And you can just see the tears of joy that they're being welcomed into the NFL. And many of them are going to become millionaires basically overnight. So an NFL player who reaches back and helps out kids, actually helps out kids, doesn't just talk about it being slavery, but goes back and helps out kids who, you know, are fatherless. You would think that certain people would herald that. But no, that's not what's happening. Joy Reid said that Jack Brewer helping out these kids is tantamount to child abuse. That's probably because he stood next to Ron DeSantis and he has a conservative perspective, but it's just awful. I mean, I can't really say what kind of person I think she is because YouTube would probably take down this video, but you probably can guess what I'm thinking she is. I can't say it, but just think, a kind of person who would call this feeding underprivileged kids, making sure that they get the proper education. She considers that tantamount to child abuse. It's absolutely disgusting. I mean, as a black man myself, this drives me absolutely crazy. I've run into it throughout my life. And nobody seems to say anything on that side of the aisle. They think it's okay. They think it's okay for fatherless children to run rampant in the streets. It's insane. And now there's an NFL player that's willing to help. Let's listen to more about what Jack Brewer wants to do.
So child abuse, I mean, that's a very heavy charge.
It really is. First off, Tucker, I'm a man of God. And those kids that you see are children of God. And that's what principles that we stand on.
You see, that's the first problem. Evil hates kids. I'm telling you right now, evil hates kids. And this man is protecting kids. So there's a fight right there. Now, I'm not saying at all that Joy Reid is evil. I would not say that. I don't know her, so I'm not going to cast aspersions on a person. What I do know is that her show is in deep, deep trouble. Her viewership is plummeting. So I think she's out there trying to stir up controversy to get people to tune into her sorry show. But she truly stepped over the line with this.
At the Jack Brewer Foundation, particularly our hero kids. And so I don't believe that Joy really understood who she was dealing with and the anointing that's on our lives. God called us right now to face this CRT. These same kids, the majority that you see in that picture that are with me, are fatherless kids.
The majority of the kids that he's working with are fatherless. These are the kids most at risk. Even the NFL has a program to help with kids in the inner cities. But she has a problem because of one big aspect, because it's a conservative man looking to help these kids. But you have to ask yourself, how come nobody addresses the fact that these kids are fatherless, that there's so many of them across the country? Why is nobody, especially people like Joy Reid, why are they not talking about this? Why are they not trying to help fix this problem? Because it is a problem.
Kids that come to our center each and every day to learn the reading and math proficiency, when they go to public schools and the teachers tell them that if they make a 50 or 60, that it's okay because they're black kids. We fight against that. We teach our kids that in America, everybody can win, everybody can reach and achieve the goals that they set forth. And so we're patriots. And I don't think that people like Joy Reid are used to seeing African-American young boys that are fatherless, that love this country and understand really what their potential is. And that's what we teach and that's what we show.
They don't want winners. They don't want winners. Winners are the opposite of their ideology. They focus on victimhood. It's shameful what's happening to these fatherless kids.
She is going to have to apologize. I want MSNBC to apologize, or otherwise I'm going to have to pursue my legal strategy that my lawyers are putting together.
Well, Joy Reid, you called his bluff, and now here he goes. Jack Brewer has launched his legal strategy that he spoke of. As you can see in this headline, Jack Brewer files a police report on Joy Reid for putting these kids in danger and demands an apology. Things just got real, Joy. You probably shouldn't have called his bluff on this, because now the police are involved. In addition to the lawsuit that's coming, now the police are involved. Here's what Jack Brewer had to say about filing the police report against Joy Reid. Miss Reid's reckless statements place these kids in danger. Certain people motivated by Reid's comments are furiously trying to figure out their identities and their whereabouts. The families are forced to deal with harassment by the media and being shamed by members of the community for their presence at the event. My foundation was forced to add security and police presence at our facilities. Shame on you, Joy Reid. Absolute shame on you. It's pathetic that you're using this to try and drive ratings for your show. You got an NFL veteran trying to help kids, and all you can think about is denigrating this man, putting people in danger, and causing these kids stress that they don't need to be going through. It's bad enough they don't have a father. It's bad enough that they can't eat. What are you trying to do? This is insane. You should not be going after anybody who's trying to help kids. You should, however, be going after people who don't have children's best interest at heart. And you know who I'm talking about, and you know who they are. I don't know. I just think we're heading down a path that's really dangerous for kids. And I wish some people would stop trying to chase ratings and stop trying to tear down others and take care of the most vulnerable in our society. Our children are a treasure. Tell me what you think about this. I'm over the wokeness that's going on, especially when you're talking about sports and how some of these guys are trying to give back. Let me know what you think. I believe our children are our treasure. It's what we have to protect the most. Let me know what you think in the comments. Talk to you soon.
So child abuse, that's a very heavy charge.
It really is. First off, Tucker, I'm a man of God, and those kids that you see are children of God, and that's what principles that we stand on.